What's up, YouTube? Strategic Entrepreneur stopping by again. Hey, look, this video gonna be about, cause I'm talking about these are at least 70-80% of my comments. How do I get started? This is for people who are trying to get in the box truck business and figure out what they want to do in this business. Be honest, I got into this box truck business. It wasn't for the box truck business. I knew it was there, but I had needed something to transport and move my vending machines. I started a vending machine business 5-6 years ago. And I'm like, let me go and get me a truck finally, because I had started with my car and I finally had got an established route. From here to there, machines started breaking down. All right, I'm like, bro, I'm tired of calling my friend to help me. Yo, bro, I'm paying him. But I'm like, what happened if I had my own truck? Maybe I just need a helping hand at that point. I can pay less money. But cool. So I'm like, I'm looking at the box truck out there and I'm outside and I'm like, what could I do with that? So I started doing my research. I started looking at apps. I started running into gig apps. Never knew anything. I didn't even know it existed 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And I'm like, yeah, this definitely, yeah. So I'm like, what is this? You could move, just having a truck, you could make some money. And this is not a 26-foot truck. Hold on. This money's out here. That's where I got started at in the business and seeing the money. So then I was making a lot of money off the gig apps. As y'all know, if you go look at my shorts and some videos, I know I got at least 100 and probably over 300 shorts of me just in this box truck loading stuff on and off the truck. But someone was like, I know you could take this business bigger than this. I got a random customer ask me one day, could you move this for me? So it's really the transportation business at the end of the day. It doesn't have to be just move in, move out. Because if they just want me to go pick up a refrigerator for them and bring it to their house the same way a Shoes would do it. There's so many companies I could name, and believe me, I'm going to get there too. I'm like, you need my help? That's just regular. I'll have to, pick up and deliver that for you. Then they started asking me, could I do the house? And I'm like, well, let me establish this first thing first with my LLC. Let's go and put this on my LLC. Let's edit it, pay for it, get it done. Cool. That was cool. When I seen what she paid me to move her probably about 20 minutes up the street. So all you need is a helping hand. That's it. It's nothing to pay my person y'all pay you when we done, bro. I would have paid them before. It didn't even matter. If you know, comment. So, cool. So I'm like, let me get my LLC. Let me get everything straight. Cool. I was already in business. Next thing you know, I'm like, that was a random customer that asked me, let me go print up some flyers and post them on my Facebook. Business went up right after that. Soon as I posted that flyer on, can you get me to Maryland? Can you get me to North Carolina? And I learned fastly, it's going to be different from telling somebody in your state. Just moving them 20 minutes up the street is way different than moving 2 to 3 hours another state. And I'm like, oh, man. So those are things for to look for, I promise you. The little things, so for the beginner phase people, I understand. If you know you're really going to, don't do no business that you may not be here in 2 years, 3 years. It's a waste of money. One thing I can say, I'd pick move in, move out. If you can get 3 to 4 pickups a week, jobs a week, you're doing great in this business because the money's going to be worth it. If you can get at least 3 to 4 jobs a week, you're doing great. But I'm comparing this to gig apps. We're in 2025. Like I said, 3 years ago in these gig apps, you can make some great money. I'm talking quick. It was making more money than my vending machine business at one point. And I'm like, damn, just to ride around and go. But I'm noticing with things being saturated and the times we're in, a lot of more people are coming to do it. A lot of companies are just dropping prices. Because nowadays, bro, they'll try to pay you $8 to go. Man, if you know, that's one of the things when you get into this and then move in, move out, you're going to have to know miles. So I was already hip to it. But how most people want to know, like I said, from me doing the Facebook flyers in the groups, found customers easy. But you know what gives me my most consistent customers? One of the most sleepers things you're supposed to do when you start a business. Like, even if you didn't have a truck right now, I would recommend you do this. So this is going to speed this up. All right, let's go start a website right now. Let's go do our website. People are going to call, text you, whatever. Can you move me such and such place? You may not have this truck. I'm going to get up right now doing this video so you know I'm not lying. Bro, you can go rent you a van or a U-Haul. You can go rent you a van or a U-Haul and make money. You might not need it for 3 days out the week. You may only need it for just that one day. It just depends on what you need it for. But if you were looking to get started, that's what you do, bro. Get that and start your a Yelp. When I say random customers call, somebody could call me right now, text me right now. Could you move me in and out? I think junk removal and move in and out are the same things. So the ratio is going to balance. You'll see it once you do it. It's going to be people. So I do move in, move out, and I do junk removal with this truck. The most commonest thing people need every day that you could solve their problem. You know how many people got junk around the side of their house and just have nobody to call because they don't have a truck to go pick it up by themselves? Imagine if we get back to 2014 where you knocked on their door and said, "Hi, how you doing? I'm here. Get the money." So don't think you just need to be on the internet advertising yourself. Get your dolly. Start your website. Get your dolly. Make sure you know what kind of van or truck you're actually looking for. Me, I'm personally, get your box truck. You're going to fit way more stuff in this box truck than you can fit in a van. Not saying the van won't work, but you might have to do multiple trips. That's one thing I learned, bro. You're not trying, I'm not going to say I hate it, but I don't want to make multiple trips. If I can put your house in one load in this thing, that's what I'm trying to do. Most people, I would say if you're going to do it, if you're going to do just move in, move out, and the junk removal, I'm thinking about what size truck. I'm going to say a 24-foot truck. You could do 26, 24, but I'm going to say a 24. But you could get away with it with a 16 or a 20. It just would be, what are you moving? Like a lot of these people, like I said, I had a reason why I needed this truck. But if I would have just bought this truck and didn't know I wouldn't have known what to do with it. But I ended up going to do my Google researches and finding out everything I could do with it. And I'm like, oh, shit, this is bigger than what I thought. Like I said, the basics, getting your insurance for these, you're going to have commercial insurance. A lot of people it's simple, bro. You got your regular car insurance or truck insurance, and you got your commercial insurance. I'm with Progressive. All you got to do is call Progressive. Can I get how much is commercial insurance going to be? With the box truck business, those are your main things. Keeping up with your insurance, your maintenance, and your fuel. That's the main things. I just always, if you can win those three, you got it down pat. The business is going to be way easier. But could you start with a 9-foot, 10-foot box truck and move up? Yes, you can. It does not have to be a big box truck if you're just trying to get started. You'll figure that out once you figure out in this video right now, what are you about to do? Go write it down. How big are you trying to build this business? Do you need a person to work with you? Because when I say you got to have your dolly or whatever, does your truck have a ramp or a lift gate? And if you don't think that means anything right now, those, your back, the pains just from that, it's going to hurt. If you don't have that, it's going to hurt. Because you're going to put more force and more on your body. I'm telling you now. So if you're going to look to get ahead, get you a ramp. Find you one with a lift gate. If you can't, you got to start from the bottom. At least work your way up. At least. At least. That's why when y'all see my videos, I'm always doing the cargo van versus box truck. It's never no right answer. It's only what field are you in. Because I can easily talk about medical courier with a van. Most people, I don't even say the price what I paid for this box truck. But this was 3 years ago. Box truck prices aren't really the same anymore. I don't know what happened. They still are, but they aren't. But I sell cars too. But this inflation, boy, to keep up with inflation gets harder and harder. But you have to if you want to be a boss, as you say, that entrepreneur, as you say. Once you can solve them problems, you can solve other people's problems. You will need some wrap too. If you're going to, like the mattresses, lamps, everything, wrap all those. I know most people show you the covers, but it's like a Reynolds wrap foil. You could just wrap around the couches, everything. So when you load them in your truck, won't no dust get on it, no dirt. They can't say anything happened. They seen you wrap it up. The thing about it, you want to make sure you don't break any of these people's things, unloading it and loading it up. But appreciate y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me how you going to get in this business.